Hey guys, Ruben here, and recently I needed a new laptop for music production and a bit of video editing, and I was thinking between getting a Windows laptop and also an Apple MacBook, but I settled down for the Asus ROG or ROG, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Oh, this is the computer, the Windows laptop that I bought, the ROG GL552VW if I'm not mistaken. Alright, I'm going to show you the box and I'm going to talk a bit about the laptop, the things I like about it and the things I hate about it, and why I regret a little bit not getting a MacBook Pro. Alright, so this is the box that came with the Asus ROG, and it also comes with a bag, so it's, well, free bag for you if you're getting the Asus ROG. So yeah, this is the box that comes with it. Basically you get your adapters inside here, your computer will be sitting on top here, your manuals, and you also get a cleaning cloth for your screen. Alright, and a paper manual which I left it all in there. I haven't even been using it at all. Now, one of the main reasons I chose this laptop is because it comes with two hard disks. The first primary hard disk is an SSD, a 128GB SSD, where I install all my primary programs like Cubase, Adobe Audition, my Premiere Pro, video editing softwares, and all the softwares that I use in my computer, right? So it starts really fast because it's an SSD. And on the second hard disk, I do have a mechanical drive, a 1TB mechanical drive, which I install and put in all my samples, my files, my sounds. Complete 8, Complete 10 are all installed inside that drive. So when I run my music production software like Cubase, it starts really fast and it pulls off the samples and the the sounds and samples all from the second hard disk. Now here's the important part. On the Asus ROG, the second hard disk is a 7200 RPM hard disk, which means when I produce on Cubase or any other DAWs, I do not have any audio dropouts or clicks or pops because the hard disk is fast enough to actually, go up with a lot of music and audio tracks. On some other laptops, you may have only up to 5600 RPM hard disk, and that might be a problem when you're recording a lot of tracks or working with a lot of tracks in your DAW. So I chose the laptop because it came with a 7200 RPM second hard disk, which is great for putting up my audio samples, my softwares, my audio samples, sounds and all that in the second hard disk, and I'm leaving all the other softwares, the primary softwares, in my main hard disk, which is an SSD drive. The processor built in this laptop is an Intel Skylake Core i7, and it's fast enough for most music production tasks, from putting a lot of plugins, effects, and running a lot of tracks on your DAW without having any pops or clicks. And it also comes with a nice video card, the NVIDIA GTX 960M, which is good enough and great for doing some light video editing and probably also some gaming if you want to. Now, I don't have any games in my laptop at all, but I'm sure some of you would want to have some games in your laptop for some leisure time, so go ahead and install games. And this video card is great enough for taking on some light to medium heavy video editing tasks, and also some light to medium heavy gaming kind of applications. So I'm running Cubase 7 on the laptop and there's no issue so far. I've been producing music smoothly, and for video editing I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro, and also being able to actually produce and edit videos quite smoothly with no problem. So I can say that this laptop is great enough for doing music production and video editing. So we have 4 USB slots on the computer, 2 of them is 3.0, 1 more is 1.0, and we have another one which is a USB Type-C connector which I'm yet to use. I haven't actually found a use for this, but I'm sure in the future there's going to be a lot of manufacturers who produce audio interfaces with USB Type-C connectors, so that might be useful for future audio interfaces. Usage-wise, I think the computer is okay. Now the screen is a bit glary to me, although it's promoted as an anti-glare. I do have some glares when I'm working in the studio with low light conditions. When I have downlights shining on the screen, I do have a bit of glare, which is a bit annoying, but I can live by that. And speaking of the keyboard is great. It does have backlit features, which is good for when you're producing in a dark studio and you need to see where your hands are going, your fingers are going on the keyboard. It does feel a bit plasticky and fragile, that it might break any time, but after some time using it, I find that the response is pretty nice on the keyboard, and I think it will last me some while. Now overall, the experience using the ROG laptop has been great. I've been producing music, I've been editing videos on the laptop, and no problem so far. But there are a few things that made me kind of regret not getting a MacBook Pro. Number one, as with all Windows users, you have to deal with crappy audio drivers, and you have to buy things like audio interfaces to deal with latencies, stuttering and pops and all that. Now some of you might say, hey, we can use ASU4All, ASU4All to deal with that problem. But again, ASU4All is not that reliable as always, and nothing beats core audio on a Mac. Number two, the battery life on the Asus ROG laptop isn't great. Now if I'm producing intensively without a power adapter, I can produce up to probably like 1 hour or so and it goes dead, right? So the battery lasts up to 1 hour or so if you're producing and making music, editing videos, 1 hour plus. And if you're browsing the web and doing some light stuff, probably about 3 hours or so. On a MacBook Pro, I heard it lasts up to 6, 8, 9 hours. So that's something to think about. And number three, the Asus ROG laptop does not look as premium as a MacBook Pro. It feels very plasticky, and again the design and all that is not as premium as you would get on a MacBook Pro. Although some of this design might appeal to some of you, I'm not sure within your taste and all that. But basically to me, the Asus ROG laptop does feel like a plasticky piece of laptop. Although you can get the aluminum version with the aluminum cover on this model, it does feel like a gaming laptop with plastics and all. Not as premium as the MacBook Pro, but again, that's a very small issue. I can still produce on this laptop and that's fine. So what do you think? Have I made a mistake buying the Asus laptop over the MacBook Pro for music production and video editing? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you have any questions again about the Asus laptop and my experiences using it, and find out about this thing, ask me in the comment section below, discuss, and let me know. Alright, I want to hear your thoughts on whether I have made a mistake on buying this or should I have gone for the MacBook Pro. Let me know. Thanks.